People, it's pussy raid. Oh man, I want to have a discussion that's pretty serious to me. Um, I've been getting sent a lot of links, and it took me some time to just kind of sit back, and kind of take it all in about some of the things that I've been reading about and how I wanted to address it on the forums. And I'm just gonna say it, man. You know, bottom line is Dave is a racist. Dave Buscher's a racist. And I say that because of the talks that have been going on Buscher forums, which he controls. And even if people were to say to me, well, Dave's not participating in these conversations. Well, the conversations were initially fueled by things that Dave said. And Dave has allowed these conversations to take place on his forums. So to me, he's pretty responsible. Let me give you an understanding of what forums do. Forums are a way for people to really predict the pulse of the public, in my opinion. What I mean by that is you can spread rumor very, very quickly through forums, like what he did with Magnus. It's a way to kind of inject your opinion into people that really don't know any better. And when people are seen as someone of status, um, their words can mean everything to that person. Now, I'm a different kind of person than that because I've learned through trial and error and just being in domestics, dealing with people like that, for the earlier part of my life, I learned a lot. Like I said, there's not a trick I don't know. There's not a trick that I haven't seen. And when I do see a new trick, it doesn't surprise me. Um, but let me tell you, I have never been bombarded with racism like I have. When somebody's saying on a forum, I should see the movie Jasper, or they're talking about Castle Law, that's a bit much. Now, the implication is that Castle Law applies for shooting black people, which is fucking ridiculous. Castle Law just basically states that it gives a person the right to protect their property and their family. That could apply to anybody. I could be black and I could shoot a black guy. I could be black and I could shoot a white guy. If it's justified, then it's the law. You know what I mean? People are talking about, if you had to shoot him, drag him in your house and then shoot him. Like, what are you people trying to do out here? Are you trying to get somebody hurt on the street? Somebody that's going to a street race in Ohio that might mention Pussy Raid in a light that might be favorable and everybody else hates him. Does that put him in a bad situation that he can't even speak his mind? In a public place, in a public forum? Does that put him in a bad situation where he could be shot? It's pretty serious because I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about the ramifications upon others. I might have a cousin that's going to a street race. My cousin's street race is in Maryland. Um, I'm worried about a situation that could take place because he mentions my name out there. And it sucks. You know what I mean? I don't like where it's going. Dave is doing what he always does and what he does best. He's manipulating a situation to bring out the worst in himself. And what I mean by that is he's saying that he's taken things that I've said out of complete context and he's turning it into a brand new situation that he really doesn't want. Okay? And when initially all I wanted was a race to begin with. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've stopped making videos against anybody else. So right now my main focus is to make videos about Dave Buscher. As long as this will continue. Now I will continue to make videos until more people listen. It starts off with a few, okay? And it ends up as many. And that's how I see it. Excuse me. I will continue this until I feel like enough is enough. And I don't see that coming anytime soon. I still expect by the end there will be a lot of Dave Busher followers. But in the end, I will have rerouted a lot of people. In these economical times, when you're trying to put food on your table, I'm going to be taking food off your table. And I'm going to spend more of my time helping the people out that need and want to go around you, because they really don't want to deal with you. Because I'm sure that you have black customers, Dave. I'm sure that you have an Asian base. I'm sure that you have a Hispanic base. I mean, hell, Al's part Hispanic. I don't know exactly. I don't know if he's from Mexico. I don't know if he's Boricua. I don't know what he is, but I know that he's of Spanish descent. He has Spanish blood in him, whether it's 50% or whether it's 100%. So you should be watching what you say, because the people that you support might be watching, and it really makes you look bad, you know what I mean, to be speaking against a certain group of people, when that group of people could go away and go to someone else, and you're just digging your hole. I've told people time and time again, if Dave thinks I'm bad, he's his own worst enemy. He's worse. That whole ethanol thing was ridiculous. If people didn't see into that, you know what I mean, and really take a closer look at Dave. I mean, it's a very simple thing, and anybody that has dealt with both can tell you the seriousness of what he said and the results of what he said. You talk to any tuner and call him and ask him if he can tune methanol and ethanol the same, and he's going to give you an answer after he laughs, whether he knows Dave said it or not. But this racial thing is really, a whole nother level, and it's making things uncomfortable, but it's not uncomfortable to a point where I'm going to stop. You know what I mean? For anybody that gets on the Busher forums and has seen these posts, let me tell you, when I'm looking at a guy holding a Kasul or an S&W 500, it doesn't faze me in the least. Like, I go to places that are the grimiest places. I could take half of you Evo Emmers and take you into the places that I go, and you'd be scared to death. Like, you guys don't know where I come from. You're looking at a guy on YouTube that speaks pretty clear English. But let me tell you, I've been in the grimiest of situations with the grimiest of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I can hold my own as far as that goes. I'm a chameleon. I can blend in. I can speak that shit, but then I can speak this shit too. You know what I mean? That's what makes me versatile. At the same time, people don't know about me. So if you run up on me, you might think, oh, pussy raid's a pussy. If I have a gun on me, it can be a pretty dangerous situation for somebody that's approaching me in that situation. Let me put it that way. I mean, I've gone to the range for quite a few years, and I can shoot off the hip. I can shoot out of a holster. I mean, I've shot every handgun out there. Now, rifles isn't my forte. I've shot very few rifles, but I'm pretty fluent with handguns. Let's just say if handgun shooting was the language, I could read it, write it, and speak it. Put it that way. I've shot every handgun out there. Kimbers, Springfield Armory SD9s, Glocks. I've shot every Glock out there. Compact, subcompact, 17, 19, 21. I've shot all the gaps. I mean, come on. I've shot them all. Shot 50 Desert, shot 454 Kasul, revolvers, 44 Magnums, 38s, long nose, short nose. I mean, come on. Like, but why are we talking about guns on a forum? This is why I don't get on forums, because it's ridiculous to have gun talk when it's supposed to be a forum about cars. And that's it. Not about anything else. So I feel like to the lay person, it's more confusing to be on a forum when you're just learning. People don't stick to the facts. Your way is shit. No, your way is shit. You get two technical people that know how to speak better than that don't.